Strategic plantation. What is strategic plantation? Honestly speaking, this is just a brainchild which can serve as important tool in eradication of hunger and poverty and can provide enormous raw material to many industries. But it can be developed only with integrated effort of citizens of nation. How can it be done? Since Vedic times, the main motto of life was to live in harmony with the nature. It was regarded as the sacred duty. A perusal of various Hindu scriptures reveal the general guiding principles to be observed in daily life. In Rig Veda, the verse Vanani Na Prajahitani, the forest should not be destroyed, lays emphasis on forest. Even in Bhagwad Gita, the verse Ahimsa Parmo Dharam, nonviolence is the Dharma of highest order. One should be non-violent not only towards human but also towards animals and trees. This was one of the lessons taught by Lord Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield of Mahabharata. The same principle has also been disseminated by even Lord Gautam Buddha in Buddhism and Lord Mahavira in Jainism, where he quoted, "Do not injure, abuse, oppress, enslave, insult, torment, torture or kill any creature or living being." Matsya Puran has treated plantation of one tree to having 10 very loving and caring sons. These Vedic texts highlights the importance of conservation and preservation of our natural environment. But do these values only have historical and religious significance? Do these principles really exist in age of industrialization? Well, the first UN Conference on Human Environment held in Stockholm in 1972, which is known as the Magna Carta of Human Environment, explicitly mentioned 26 principles and laid down the basic foundation. The then Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, was the first head of state to address this conference and voice her concern about eco-imbalance, environmental degradation and pollution problems. To overcome such problems, 42nd Amendment was made in Indian Constitution and articles were incorporated which emphasized peaceful coexistence with nature. It is explicitly mentioned in Article 48A of Indian Constitution, which states that the state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. Whereas in Article 51A, which is a fundamental duty, states that it shall be duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. But do you really feel merely by enacting such laws, government can dismantle the grave threat which can lead to the destruction of human race? Scientists have made it clear that the greenhouse emission must be halved if the world has to stay within 1.5 degrees of global heating. In recently held G7 summit, the world leaders confronted the biggest challenge on the climatic crisis. They have been blasted by the environment campaigners to reduce the emission. The campaigners have accused the world leaders of not doing enough to protect the environment, which truly highlights the lack of initiative taken by the world leaders in curbing the climate change. Although the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, Mr. Boris Johnson, has said that the G7 wants to drive a global green industrial revolution and transform the way we live, are the world leaders actually capable enough to save the blue planet? But do you think it is possible for the capitalist economies to actually stay true to their words? Is it not one of our duty to protect and safeguard our natural environment? So, it is time to make our significant contribution. With the advancing monsoon, many individuals and NGOs have made plans for the plantation of trees to overcome the climatic issue. And with the plantation of trees, it's not just the climate and environment that can be improved, but with systematic planning, we can also start a battle for eradication of hunger and poverty. Let's make a simple effort to plant at least a single fruit tree or any tree which has a commercial value in your home or in any public locality. Planting the fruit trees will not only improve the climatic conditions and environment, but it will simultaneously provide nourishment for not just humans but also birds and animals. In current scenario, tables have turned and now everyone is running at an unmitigated speed. Remember, man is both creator and molder of his environment, which gives him physical sustenance and affords him the opportunity of intellectual, moral, social and spiritual growth. So let's take some actions to remold the face of earth.